Welcome back to another episode of Hans Bought a Bunch of Stuff Without Talking to Me. Honestly, the biggest commitment in all of this, it's a Grove rough terrain crane. As you guys know, we've dealt with quite a few of these cranes. Normally we'll buy them as like a load of scrap or something. Well, this one right here supposedly is nicer and it's not necessarily scrap. If it works, got a really good deal on it. If it doesn't work, it's probably just gonna be worth its weight in scrap metal. 58,000 pound crane, it's got a Cummins. Allegedly it works, it just has some hydraulic leaks.
I don't see any like major leaks, no leaks from like the boom, which is like a big
They said
deal.
it runs and drives. There's 2 hydraulic lines supposedly that are leaking, but it starts.
Not in bad shape. I don't see any wet guttles. Whatever leak it is probably not very big unless we have no more fluid inside.
I'm guessing
Do they
there's-
come with all the wrenches on the ground?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, here it is.
That's promising.
Got plenty of fluid, plenty of hydraulic fluid.
It fired right up. I wonder if it'll drive.
It's going too smooth. Come on.
That's pretty good, actually.
Not much. I mean, we're talking any.
I'll be honest, that was not expected. It runs and drives. Maybe the crane is leaking.
Yes, we had that leak, but it's just the front seal of the steering ram. Easy peasy, pull the ram off, repack it.
There must be one on the boom then, because they said there's 2 hydraulic lines that are for sure like bad.
Well, do you want to get in and
Yeah.
move the boom up and down? Oh yeah, the very back one.
This is the new hoopty? Over those wrenches?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, worth it.
Your first purchase so far, looking good. You want to show me what else you bought? As we're sitting here cleaning out this business, it's reminded me of all the businesses that I've seen kind of go under because they get buried in debt. Now, that's not necessarily the case here. They're just closing up shop. But the reality is debt can literally ruin your life. And I know that every single one of us has experienced debt in some capacity, and it's not necessarily a bad thing until it gets out of control. So the sponsor of today's video is PDS Debt. If you have debt, whether it's credit card bills, medical bills, collections, personal loans, and you just can't seem to get ahead, PDS Debt can handle your situation for you. They have a program that basically goes way beyond the numbers. They go into each individual's situation, they look at all your numbers, and they figure out ways to help you save money, pay off your debt faster, and just get out of debt in general. And the best part is, there's no minimum credit score requirement. Good credit, bad credit, it doesn't matter. And all you gotta do is click the link in my description below to get a free debt assessment from them. It takes like 30 seconds, and it's well worth doing because what they're gonna do is help you find a way out of this nasty situation so that you can start putting some of your hard-earned money back in your pocket. Click the link in my description below, go to pdsdebt.com/sparks, fill out the free debt assessment form, and I can almost guarantee you, you're not gonna regret it. Thank you PDS Debt for sponsoring the video. Back to buying more stuff, please.
How excited are you about just kind of old rusty flat iron?
I mean, right now
Say less.
I'm riding a high.
Say less, my
from
friend.
this bad boy, so.
Step this way. It's late night project. We're working on something. You need.
I thought you were stopping at the forklift.
No, sorry, I just was kind of tripping on the forks. That would be a nasty forklift, though. Listen, just take a little bit of Scotch-Brite to it, but you got yourself
What'd you get? All of this?
all of this, man. You got yourself some fab equipment here. You could build so many tube chassis out of this stuff. Kind of.
That's solid bar stock right
You're
there.
welcome, Alan. I'll sell it to you.
What, like that rack or what?
Everything. As far as
That
the eye
rack
can
all the
see
way-
into that wall.
Uh,
So right there, that rack, metal, all this jazz right here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You need yourself a crane?
Wait, really?
She's a little not operating at the moment. It's all yours, man. All yours. Even the tracks down there. Little railroad.
Some train track.
Alan,
Really?
can
I
sell
like
too.
the train track. Here,
The whole
I'll
crane,
trade you this
everything?
for the
Whole crane,
train track.
everything.
I'll trade you
I-beams,
for
all
the
that
train
stuff?
Yes. The only thing is I don't think we will use the crane.
No, but it looks like it might be.
That's one of those things where I see it as more like
That's actually worth some money though. If we take it down instead of. It looks like it just bolts together.
Well, we could always put it in front of the other building in the back. The, what do you call it? The
blob.
Yeah, the blob. On either side, right in the front.
Hold on. How much was this lot?
Take a guess.
I mean, with the crane and the metal and
just
everything.
The scrap alone.
If you scrapped it alone, you're 5-6 grand of scrap. But the stocks, like the stock iron there, that's probably the I-beams. I mean, there's 5 to 7 grand worth of scrap. Crane is, I mean, who knows what it's worth, but I'm just factoring scrap price. So if you paid anything less than $3,500, I would say you stole it.
$500. You were always gonna try to think of like, oh, you were right about the 5.
Wait, $500 for all of this?
Dude,
on the crane?
They were giving stuff away.
Dude.
stuff.
Me, I would have got some stuff.
Alan's offended. We got such a good deal. Alan's now offended.
That's saying something because that man's a tightwad. He's
Got your new
Mr.
Hitachi and he's like,
Yeah, pressure better. So we are off to the races. So here's the thing. They obviously have to have the stuff cleared out. So the reason why it went so cheap is because there's like a deadline, got to go. A lot of people don't really necessarily have the means to come and disassemble this giant crane. Luckily, we're right down the road, so we can. And potentially reuse it or sell it. There's some money in that bad boy. 2-ton freaking sliding crane with the tracks that it comes on.
So what they were doing is it runs in here, and this is how they're cutting all their metal. You could, Alan.
Dude, even just the chains and rigging alone. Yeah.
Speaking of chains and rigging.
Yeah, show me what else you got. This is actually looking pretty good.
You're always like, oh, where's all of our rigging? Where's all of our this or that? Boy, do I have a deal for you, my friend.
Wait, tell me that's it.
All of it. All of it's ours. Step inside my office here. You need a giant metal box full of D-rings.
That's where they went.
Holy moly.
This whole time.
Did you take all of our D-rings and put them in here and sell them back to us?
Yep, we're buying them back. Half the price. Dude, this stuff is money, yes.
This is all like
we get the
certified
container?
lifting cable.
Yes, you get the
Yeah.
container
The
out.
container comes with it?
Oh, nice.
Container comes with it. Cables.
This is like,
rigging.
we go through so much cable and rigging and it gets lost and broken, and wire rope and rigging is so freaking expensive. Those D-rings, like that box of D-rings in there is probably 10 grand
Thank you.
if we had to go buy them. They're so expensive. I mean, anything, dude, if you got, again, 3,500, 4 grand or less, with the container, like even 5 grand would be a deal.
How much? So what's your final guess?
I'm gonna say 4 grand.
I say you got it for 2,500 or less.
$1,000, my friends.
For all
I
this.
was on a winning spree. I knew the container was worth that alone, right?
Everything
Oh
on top
my
of it too?
Everything on top of it, all the stuff on the ground.
Hot damn.
But I just figured,
Yeah, you don't have to say anything else. You're already way, way ahead. Let's hope your next purchase is done.
Glenn, all right, Area B. Now this, I thought it was like one of those
The guillotine?
guillotines, but I don't think they sell guillotines this large. And this old boy, I just got it for scrap. Like I just told him like throw that in type thing because it's scrap. They realize it's scrap, so we just kind of got it. Yeah. I really don't know what it is. What is it?
Either. It's some sort of jig or lifting fixture. Still a smoking deal for free. That thing probably weighs 10,000 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, we can cut it up, haul it out, and pay for everything with just this.
It's like Christmas morning.
It's like
man.
Christmas morning. What's great about Christmas morning is you don't have to walk too far to see your next toy, which is right here.
This guy?
Yeah.
Figured
Which
it was.
they had some stuff in it, but they pulled it out. They're keeping it. But dude, I think this is perfect for like log stuff.
Yeah, like storing equipment.
All
and
of
stuff.
our cables and stuff there, but being able to put like all the camping gear in one area and all the freaking D-rings, shackles, toe straps, all of it in another area. Like it's sweet.
I mean, it's a little bit beat up. How much did you pay?
Same thing, $500, dude.
$500?
Yeah. I was on a $500 winning spree.
Dude, you can't buy a container right now for less than like 5 or 6
Just
grand.
I
mean,
just
grand
bought
is
one
beat
for
up.
$5,500, not with your money, my money.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just the only thing about it, we're just gonna find a unique place to put it because it.
1,000, 500, 2,000 bucks. You haven't told me what you paid for the crane yet.
We'll just leave that be.
All those?
Yeah, just scrap. I mean, I'll be 1,000% honest with you. I don't know what they're for.
I think they're tank ladders.
Probably. I just bought them for scrap. Along with, walk this way.
Did that fit some of it?
You know, I really took safety into account here, as John trips.
This basket comes with it?
Yeah. Imagine how much
Dude, that
easier it would
thing
be to
is
send me down mine shafts
sweet.
now.
How much
There's
did you
no
pay?
way you're gonna
500
get, yeah.
Another $500
Yeah.
lot for all this?
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna, I mean, this was my scariest purchase because this stuff may seem like there's a lot of metal here, but it's,
The basket alone paid
Yeah.
for all of it. I really wish I would have known about this auction. It's probably a good thing I didn't, because with how cheap everything was going, I probably would have just loaded up on way too much.
no other truck would be in here but ours, and that would scare me. This item, I never think we need it, but you talk about them quite regularly. These freaking spreader bars. You're always so boning up about spreader bars. Stand comes with it, spreader bars.
How many did you get?
All of them.
You bought the whole thing?
All ours, all of them. $500.
$500?
$500. I'm telling you, man.
Holy bro,
I was just maxing out $500.
there's like 50 grand worth of spreader bars right there.
I'll take those big I-beams for the
Well, I'm
bumper.
sure you will. Dude.
I understand you need a spreader bar. Do you need 15s?
I mean, dude, we could keep
I'll scrap
Yeah.
a handful of these and
No
then sell the
scrap,
rest.
sell.
There's probably at least 10 grand profit right here.
Why did no one else buy them if they're that valuable? That was my thought process
much
going into all of them.
Speak for themselves. I mean, some places have to be like certified and everything. These may be out of certification. I don't know. They're either good or they're obviously not good.
I think we're gonna do a 2-for-1 deal on the old crane over there, and
plus something else.
I got a rough price. Hopefully we're under 5 grand is the game plan. I just didn't feel comfortable enough to pull the old trigger on that one yet without your extra. It didn't run when I was here. Kind of freaked out, scared me. So
At 3 grand right now, we are doing well, like really well. This is nuts. This makes up for some bad purchases, like 5 bad purchases so far. There's well over 50, 60 grand worth of stuff here. I mean, granted, it may not be worth that right now, but if you were to go try to replace it, but I mean, used value still, there's probably 30, 40 easy. Alan, why don't you start throwing the rigging tucked inside that container?
Oh, okay.
So that we can go over there and just grab it and drag it out.
Ah, man, I wish I would have brought gloves.
you don't want the gloves, Alan? I brought you gloves.
That's really?
Oh, we're just trying to buy some of this random junk.
I know that's right, brother. Y'all doing like streaming and
What are
whatnot?
you doing? That's the
You
real
too.
I
question.
thought you'd never ask. I've been showing
Yeah.
everybody this one right
Yeah,
here.
please do.
Well, you might get a ticket. You know why? For walking
go.
dirty. Let me show you something,
Yeah.
cool, brother.
Hell yeah. Oh,
they
here
call
we
me
go.
the chocolate cover Mr. Clean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, double cheeked up on a Friday. Like this.
Hold on, let's get in the sunlight, bro.
Yeah. What do you think I've been all my life? Back and forth like an argument?
Jeez, oh, Pete,
Nah, my brother.
guy.
Now, when you see me at the club this weekend, don't tell nobody here, Lil Wayne, Lil Cousin down here on one knee scrubbing your shoe. But look at that one. Now, that's pretty impressive for an oven cleaner, right?
That's pretty good, my guy.
When the last time you bought black?
I don't know how to answer that, if I'm being completely honest.
Honestly.
7 days ago.
High five on that one.
Hell yeah.
Now, the great thing that you'll love about this, take a whiff. How does it smell, my brother?
Smells pretty good, my guy.
Now watch this. It go good with chicken.
That's what I'm talking. They got like an eighth of my shoe clean. I was like, oh, I'll give him like $5 for the bottle. Bro, I think the lowest package was like $70. Yeah, you had to buy a whole package deal.
Alan, if you were a superhero,
What?
if you were a superhero, which superhero would you be?
Nobody. That's a loaded answer.
What's that supposed to mean?
This container is way heavier than it looks, and the problem is the bottom's all rotted out. So when we try to pick it up, all the supports under there just kind of like give way because our forks aren't quite long enough to go all the way under it. So we're gonna have to drag it to a spot where we can get like a better bite of it, and then probably chain it to the bucket so that it doesn't want to tip forward. But it's heavy, it's really heavy.
No respect. Freaking
Ooh,
convex my floor.
sorry, dude.
Let me reposition and I'll drag the ass end down this way now. You guys are probably watching us load this and be like, that's the worst way to ever load a Connex. And I agree with you, it's not great, but the problem is, see all the other equipment around here, we can't use it. It's totally off limits, insurance, all that kind of stuff. So we only have one machine. Even though this isn't pretty, it'll get the job done. This container is pretty much toast on the bottom, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm just trying to protect the trailer as much as possible. Basically got the ass end up, gonna pick the front end up now and just kind of swivel it around. That's gonna be our best way to get it on there without having to bring over another piece of equipment, which would take a few hours. To talk all the shit you want, but it's fast and easy.
Couldn't have gone any better.
Alan, you might have to get in the driver's seat.
No, he's having fun.
He is having fun.
Let him play with it.
How smooth has this gone?
I would say about a 9. Solid 9.
10 being the most smooth.
Yeah, the steel avalanche takes a point off.
Hear that? That ain't going nowhere, John.
A little bit sloppy, but it's not gonna fall off the trailer. Those things are so valuable, so expensive to buy new or build. So that's pretty much almost all of them. There's 2 more over there with a couple of big I-beams we gotta grab. And that will be pretty much everything for 2 lots. Then we still got to pick up the scrap metal lot, the big shipping container, all the scrap metal, the crane, and then the other crane.
Smoothness level, 1 out of 10. What are you giving yourself? Hans gave you a 5, Alan gave you a 9 out of 10, so that's good.
That'll give me a 9?
Yeah, you still had a 9. Minus 1 from the avalanche.
We haven't seen the stuff that's happened at Alan's compound, so he's probably not holding me to a real high standard. The avalanche, that was totally avoidable, but I was just in a rush to get it loaded on there. It was sloppy. I give myself like a, I mean, there was no damage, so I was gonna give myself a 3, but since there was no damage, I'll give myself like a 5. I got word the package deal that Hans is working on includes another crane. It's ridiculous. This is a crane that's designed to lift up like giant plates of steel and walk it into this warehouse. Trucks would deliver it. This thing walked it in there, and it would walk like the big tanks and everything in there, and inside there was their fab shop. They have like a 90-foot long plasma table in there. This was used to help load materials onto that. It's probably 20 by 20 by, it's like a 20-foot cube. This is so ridiculous. We're not gonna use it. We're not gonna be able to sell it because it needs so much work. So unfortunately, I think it might have to get scrapped or cut apart. It's gonna be a nightmare.
You hear the good news? We got it though?
Okay, so that is the good news.
Yeah. Also, the bad news is we also got it.
Yeah. So what did we get the crane and this for?
4,500 bucks.
4,500 bucks? I mean, dude, you can't beat that. That crane over there is worth every bit of 10, 15 grand minimum.
Yeah, but what the freak is this for?
Moving giant like plates and tanks.
I just say that we torture on up and we send her to the old scrap pile. Pull the rams off. Those rams are worth money.
And we'll come back and try to make a game plan on what the hell to do with that bad boy. That would be sick for the cauldron. Don't say like that. Then I'm going to try to end up figuring out a way to transport it.
Another adventure here in the RMF playground. We've got most of all the scrap and the things hauled back to the shop already, but today's adventure is this giant yellow hoist. It's a little too big to haul home like this for some. I mean, some of us would try to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift Al up to the top with the telehandler. He's gonna then chain that back beam to the basket of the telehandler, and we're gonna gently persuade it and tug it until it lays flat on the ground. Once it's laying flat on the ground, there's about, what, 4 dozen bolts? Which should separate the top from the 2 sides. Then we can stack all 3 on the deck over trailer on the back of the Freightliner and haul it home.
Smooth operator.
Yep. That's how you lopsidedly tug over a giant hoist. It was a very funny angle to be able to tip it over because of that big roof that's on there. And the roof's only being held on by one welder. I would have said, let's pull it over with that. Nobody wants to lose the entire load halfway through. Just half of it. Just make it twist and fall.
So guys, when it comes to this big straddle crane, my first instinct is like, there's some serious value there. We want to take that thing and try to resell it. The reason why we're not going to try to resell it is because this company that closed up has been trying to sell it for a while. There was no takers. The people that would need it have already seen the listing for sale and nobody's pulled the trigger on it, which means the buyers for this thing, they're just not there anymore. It's old, it's not functioning. They say it's been sitting for multiple years doing kind of nothing. Getting it torn apart so that it can be transported is the real tricky part because it's 20 feet wide, 18 feet long, and about 17 feet tall. It's too big of a load to be able to try to transport this way. So when you look at like tearing it apart, we have to undo all the hydraulic lines, you have to pull all the cables, all the winches, all the hydraulic cylinders. You have to break the whole structure down into like smaller transportable pieces. And by the time you do that, you're gonna spend more time and money trying to like keep everything together so that you can reassemble it than what this thing's actually worth. These hydraulic rams that are on here, got all these nice big rams, like super long strokes, are worth some money too. So there's some parts and pieces that we can harvest off of it, but unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to torch this thing up to get it out of here. Probably a couple of days worth of just cutting and disassembly to do. The value of trying to hold on to something and store it and find the right buyer for it is less than if you were just to go take it and scrap it. Like you might be able to get a little bit more money if you find the right buyer, but we found that you end up sitting on stuff for way too long and then you end up paying to store it and you have to move it and there's just so much hassle involved. Sometimes you got to take the first money as the best money instead of sitting around trying to find, you know, the maximum value for stuff like this.
Few loads. We got the rest of this blue crane to take down. We got this yellow beast to get loaded up and out of here. It actually runs. There's just a few weird things I think we got to figure out in the transmission. And then we have this beast right here that one of you guys could take home. It's actually 30 times entries right now. Click the link below. Win yourself this extremely beautiful Kodiak.
All right guys, this job is just about done. We have had to haul off quite a bit more than we expected, more loads anyways, because the stuff was very big and bulky. Alan has been over here just chopping away at stuff with the oxyacetylene torch, just finishing up the blue crane right now, which we've been able to pull a lot of really nice scrap metal out of here. When I say nice scrap metal, I'm talking like 1-inch thick I-beams, stuff that like one of these beams, like when you were to buy it new at a 20, 30, 40 foot length, you're talking like 5-10 grand a beam, like this or more. Some of the stuff is very expensive. So today we're down to our last couple loads, the remnants and pieces of the blue straddle crane and then the Grove rough terrain crane, which I'm about to load on the lowboy right now. So once we get that out of here, we will be done. As you can see, everything else has already been cleared out. So we're pretty much the last ones here. And the reason for that is because we have a very busy schedule. And also we chose to take like the biggest, most difficult stuff to get out of here.
All in all, looking back, was it a good purchases on my end, or were they rough, or?
I think we're doing pretty well.
Like, what about for like your mental state of mind? Not good?
Mental state of mind has been terrible.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Added a lot of work to an already very busy schedule.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Let's check in on this crane real quick. Alan and the guys are working on the last leg of it. Here's the first main leg. This was one big section that we broke into 2 pieces because it was like 18 feet tall. It was designed so it would be unbolted. So we broke it down. We got one section right here, which is a bunch of really heavy, nice scrap metal. That stuff's gonna bring a pretty penny to the scrapyard. It's probably the most complicated one because it has all the hydraulic lines, it's got the cab, motor. We did harvest all the valuable components off of this, things like pulley wheels and snatch blocks, really high grade, like expensive, valuable stuff. This hydraulic rams. So anything that could be recycled or reused or like get serious value out of, we're taking off. Everything else right there is just down to the last few torch cuts. Guys, before we go, I want to play a little game with you. You ready for this? I want you to drop a comment below and take a wild guess on how much money you think we made profit-wise on this whole job. We spent, call it right around 9 grand between the crane and everything, and whoever's the closest, which we'll let you know in the next video once we get all this stuff sorted out, we're gonna give you a bunch of free swag plus a bunch of free entries to win Goliath. Remember guys, this is our giveaway truck. We just barely launched it. It's a Chevy C4500 Kodiak, one of my favorite trucks of all time. LBZ Duramax, low miles, like 40,000 original miles, Allison transmission, full build, 4-wheel drive, one of the sickest trucks we've ever built. We're doing 30x entries. So for the first week of the giveaway, anybody who enters, what's normally counts as 1 entry, counts as 30. The odds of winning right now are really, really good. So click the link in the description below, go to our website, help support us, buy a shirt, hat, swag, buy a bundle, that's an even better deal, and get entries to win this. And also, drop your comment below, and whoever's closest, we'll let you know in the next video. So with that said, we got some scrap to sell. See you on the next one.